What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. I know this is the third video this week that I did on this topic, and I think it's probably the best one. I haven't even recorded yet. I freestyle. But I feel like we're gonna end the week on this one. Hopefully, this is the last one, and it has to do with the whole hood stocks debacle, right? First video I did was on the OG Hoover Gumby, right? And he came out and hurled the worst slur, racial slur that you can hurl at a Mexican. He threw it out there with no hesitation. He had a couple other ones that he used. And, he spoke what he felt, what he believed, right? And then the second video I did, and those two videos came out on the same day, actually. The next one was Spody Face. And Spody Face, his was a lot more respectful. He called, he said what he said, but he did it in a more respectful way, and it was easier to take, But today, Compton Rick Rock. I always shout out Compton Rick Rock. I really dig his channel. I dig the way he thinks, the way he looks at things, the way he analyzes things, right? And then the way he expresses what he feels about things, right? So if you're not already subscribed to Compton Rick Rock's channel, go over to Compton Rick Rock TV, subscribe to the channel, check out what he's putting out. The dude is very intelligent, level-headed, even-keeled, whatever you want to call it. That's him, right? Now, he reacted to the video. I wish he would have done both videos. I wish he would have reacted to some of what Gumby had to say, as well as the Spody Face video. But he reacted to the Spody Face video. And I want you guys to go over there and watch it. But I'm going to give a quick little recap here, right? One of the first things that Compton Rick Rock had to say, and it's very important, and it's what I've been saying in a different way, but he said, look, again, he's from Compton, right? He's got family all over. And he said, look, what I'm seeing in the YouTube streets as far as this racial shit, he said he is not seeing that in the real streets. And you see, you got a certain percentage of people, small percentage of people who will get on the internet, will get on these platforms, and they paint a picture as if there's a full-blown war between the two communities and there's full-blown hatred and conflict between. It's not real. There are certain barrios that beef with certain hoods. And that's gangbanging. It's not racism. But I appreciated seeing Compton Rick Rock say that. Like, these dudes that are all flustered about this, they're not in the streets involved in anything like that because it's not happening like that no more, right? So he talked about that. What he also talked about is what I've been trying to point out to people is people want a backlash on Lucky from Hoodstocks, right? And yet Charleston White gets no backlash. He gets a lot of support. He's constantly disrespecting Mexicans. And nobody from the black community tells him, hey, that shit ain't cool. Compton Rick Rock said that when he heard what Lucky said, that he felt it was just something for clicks and views. Look at how much attention it got him and his platform. Lucky's not going nowhere. Just like Spody Face ain't going nowhere. OG Gumby ain't going nowhere. Compton Rick Rock said that when he heard what Lucky said, that he was like, oh, that's for clicks and views. He said, nobody in the black community has checked Charleston White. So when Lucky does something that's not even close to what Charleston White would do, why is there such a big backlash? You can't have it both ways. You can't giggle and nod your head in affirmation when Charleston White says something, and then be all in your emotions when Lucky says something. I don't know him. I'm not sticking up for him. I've said in every video, I don't condone what he said. But the reaction to what he said, people being okay with all Mexicans being called racial slurs, that's pretty wild. It's pretty wild for people to demand an apology when they don't demand one from Charleston White. When they don't check him and tell him, hey, man, you can't just be going after a whole community like that. So there were a lot of things that Compton Rick Rock had to say that I agreed with, just like a lot of his videos, man. I think that it would be really, really good if a lot of people from both communities watched that video, listen to what Compton Rick Rock had to say, and I think you'd walk away with a lot less anger, with a lot less animosity, and with more understanding. I think that's what that video does, and I hope that there are other platforms that will come out from both communities and speak more level-headed. You know, it was a bad joke. It was a bad joke, but Lucky is nowhere near what Charleston White is. Charleston White, you can go and find, you could probably just Google it or here on YouTube, type in Charleston White racist rant, and you could probably find a bunch of them talking about Mexicans. You can go over to Hoodstocks and you can see that he has had brothers on his live podcast, and he's interacted with them, and they joked. It can't be both ways, man. It can't be both ways. It's cool when Charleston White does it, and let's laugh about it. But then let's be up in arms and mad when it's done from the community that he's targeting with his hate speech. When somebody from that community says something, then, oh, hell nah. Hell nah, this ain't cool. This ain't right. Something else that Compton Rick Rock had to say, and it's, you know, he was reacting to what Spody Face had to say, but he directed it towards everybody on YouTube and everybody in social media when Spody Face said, let's get in the ring and let's get a bag. And he said, and I agree with it 1,000%. People on YouTube need to stop thinking they're celebrities, man. We put out some videos, we put out some content, and if we're lucky, people support us and they enjoy our channel, they enjoy our content, and that's it. All that, you know, but the flip side of that is, I'm glad that Spody Face was saying, hey, this don't have to turn into nothing big. He just felt like, hey, I feel disrespected and I want to get down. And then I like what Lucky had to say too. Lucky straight up said, hey, nobody dictates my program, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to get down with somebody and all that. But I sincerely hope that no violence occurs because of this one incident. And like I said, I really hope this is the last video I'm going to be putting out about this. And the end of the week, it's Friday. I'm going to end the week with this. And hope that this weekend, everybody has a great time, a safe time, and, you know, enjoy yourselves and nothing comes of it. Straight up, man. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. But again, before I go, make sure you guys go over to Compton Rick Rock TV and you guys watch the video that he put out today regarding this issue. So that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.